Welcome to Highway to Helms in 3, 2, 1.
Another day, another dollar as I holler to the world. I love the way I'm living, love the Gucci, love the girls, love the parties and the clubs, love the models and hot tubs, love the German engineering set on deep dish dubs. Another tour around the world, entertaining the fans. I love walking through the airport, taking pictures, shaking hands. Every day for me's an oyster, crack it open, find a pearl. I love the way I'm living, is what I holler to the world. Wake up in my bed and I'm feeling.
What it is, Mikael Yamaha?
What's up?
How in the hell did I get stuck with you again?
Highway to Helms, baby.
Thought I was done with you.
I'm so thankful to be back. I have missed this.
Have you missed it?
I've missed it.
Well, I got to send a special message out. Which camera am I on? One right here. See all these camera angles?
I see that.
Y'all don't know about this. Y'all don't know about this. I got to send a special thank you. I'll restart this whole fucking show. No, I'm not.
Again?
I'm going to send a special thank you out to our viewing audience. 2 million downloads on Highway to Helms. I can't thank you enough. I never in a million years, or in 2 million years, thought I would get this this kind of traffic. It's the one thing in my post WWE career that I didn't forecast being this successful. But there's bad news.
There's bad news?
The host, which I can't say the name, don't need no lawsuit. Not another one. The hosting site, which gave us unlimited traffic, apparently 2 million downloads is the fucking limit. Or is somewhere near about. And they sent us emails about it, and that went to the spam folder because for whatever reason, and we didn't even know about it. So currently, all the old episodes are being transferred to a is that correct? Transferred to a new hosting site, and that'll be up. But this will be the first episode on the new site. But thank you. 2 million downloads is out of control. And welcome back to the show, Mikael Yamaha. Good to have you.
I'm back.
You look a lot better. You're getting a little thinner.
You know,
That shirt looks familiar. Is that my shit?
What?
That is my shit.
No.
You gonna wear my own shit on my show?
This is some high dollar stuff, man. Look at cufflinks.
Are they my cufflinks too?
No. Look at high dollar cufflinks, man.
I haven't. As long as you've been here, I just now noticed that's my shit.
It's some Dolce Gabbana.
This motherfucker here wearing my shit in my house. I used to stay here in the studio, ladies and gentlemen. The Gemini Kid, Jeff Rudd of CWF, Carolina Wrestling Federation. He'll be our guest on the show. You saw him on the clip supporting his Cincinnati Reds. All right, but he's in the studio right now. I want to say, Jeff, I used to stay at Michael's house all the time in our college days. And all the time I'm leaving clothes over there. I came over one day, and everybody in the house is wearing my shit.
The whole family.
Dad, mom, brother, and sister. Like it wasn't. I ain't have merchandise. I'm talking about just the clothes that I wore every day. Not like her. I wasn't in Hurricane or Kid Vicious at the time. I was Kid Vicious at the time. But they all wearing my damn clothes.
That is a true story.
That's a definite. I couldn't make that shit up. What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Well, man, this is real. This is me.
Hey, free 99 is some good shit. You got that shit on Freebay. What'd you bid on it?
5 and below.
Let me thank my sponsors for helping me get to where I'm at. You need to thank me for sponsoring you.
Thank you, James.
You've been here for like an hour and a half, and I just noticed that. That's fucked up. Anyway, we got to thank Figure4Apps.com, the producers, the originators of Steel, the only official pro wrestling iPhone app by a pro wrestler, the Shane event. John Bradshaw Layfield just came out with an event app about the Layfield report. Very good. Proud of you, John. Good shit stuff, I said. We also got they produced the I'm a Wrestling Fan app. Wrestling fans, wrestlers, promoters, get this app and promote your shows. All you got to do is from the app, submit your event, and literally thousands of people can get the information where it's at, and it logs into the GPS on your phone and will take them right to the door. There's nothing you're going to do as a promoter that's going to reach this amount of people for free, other than like just going on some website. Nothing's going to happen. This is the app. Same concept for MMA fans. We don't promote, this app doesn't just promote Strikeforce, which is dying, or I should say Bellator and UFC. A lot of the independent MMA organizations out there, they have all their shows on there. Same concept for NASCAR and Indy fans as I'm a race fan. Same concept for Comic Cons. You ever been to a Comic Con? There's a lot of fun. You been to one, Mike?
Never been on.
You got to go, man. It's a ton of fun. People dressing up as their favorite characters. Hot chicks everywhere. Anybody that thinks comic books are just for nerds, you guys are stuck in the 70s. The biggest movies of the last 2 decades are comic book movies. They're saving Hollywood. You go to these conventions, man, hot chicks everywhere, cool cast. Man, I met Samuel Jackson. I mean, models at these things. Shit, go to Comic-Con, have some fun. We got to thank RF Video for producing the Hurricane Helms shoot, the one and only, getting rave reviews by Raven. Does that count?
Not Raven.
I don't know. I just threw that out there. So I got ShaneHelms.com. Since I make this thing, I therefore am a sponsor. Would that be correct? Would that be correct? Anybody?
That'd be good.
Anybody? Class?
Yeah.
Class. Bueller. Let me bring up the title so you can see who's on this show. ShaneHelms.com. We got at Mikael Yamaha. That's a weird ass spelling for your name. And the King of Heat will be coming up very, very soon. Let's go ahead and get some things out of the way. Did you see Monday Night Raw this past Monday?
I did see it. I did see it.
CM Punk promo, maybe one of the best promos of all time.
Yeah, it was great. It's fantastic. I loved it.
Your arms are just too short to box with God.
How about that? Whoa.
That's an old school line though. That wasn't an original line. It's an old school line, but
old school?
Yeah, he definitely. I heard it from Nas, a rap song. I remember when I first heard it from him. I actually looked it up. I was like, "Is that original?" Because sometimes I'll do that, and yeah, it's from his traits go back a little bit, but it was spot on. The delivery was awesome. Rock, of course, did his part.
That's right.
You ain't gonna find a better mic guy than the Rock, but I'm telling you, Punk. Sometimes for people, it's hard to recognize somebody in the here and now for the talents that they have. He's one of the best mic workers of all time.
Oh, yeah.
His delivery is impeccable. The dude never stutters, never slammers, never slurs.
Right.
Just slammers. Stammers. See, I just fucked up a damn stammer. How can you fuck up a stammer? I can do it. Just did it. How you feel about it? What you got, Mikael Yamaha?
Are we live? Who yeah?
What, you just go into a time warp?
What did you say? How you fuck over what?
Get out. Where is the big daddy when I need him?
I think me and Mike need to have a match for this co-host spot.
Like on the show?
Yeah, we can go on the show, man. I want my spot.
Mike's a big boy now. I don't know if you've seen him lately.
He's been eating a lot lately, ain't he?
Lately? Last damn 10 years he's been eating a lot.
I can take him, man.
What, take his order at McDonald's? Motherfucker likes a McRib. I do love a McRib. I know they're back. I've been back. I haven't eaten a meal at McDonald's. Like the only thing I eat from McDonald's since I went on the Dolce diet is in breakfast, the damn egg McMuffin.
Right.
Sausage egg McMuffin. Only thing I eat there. The McRib came back. There I am. And I know them things are poison. I know it's literally putting death in your mouth between two buns.
But they're so good.
And I will put a bun in my mouth. But damn, they're delicious. I don't care what it's made out of. Arsenic and baby tears. I'm eating that motherfucker.
Baby tears?
Tears. Fucking bunny fur. I don't care what it's made out of.
Hurricane.
Like, I know it's bad.
Right.
You cigarette smokers, you know this shit's killing you. That's like my McRib. The McRib is my cigarette. I'm gonna have to get a fucking patch. My next tattoo is gonna be a McRib, and I'm gonna call it my patch.
But the good thing for you though is McRib is seasonal, right?
Why?
I mean, it goes away and then
why do they do that?
So, I don't know why that is.
You know why?
It's such a great seller. Why?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because they know if somebody eats that shit all the time, they'll be dead before the year's done. And they don't want that to happen, so they're giving it to you in small doses so that people don't just stop, so people don't start dropping dead.
The Golden Arches lawsuit.
Them motherfuckers are everywhere. I think Subway just took them over as the most restaurants in the world or some shit like that.
The most?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
I tell you, I'd love to have some stock in Chick-fil-A. Every time I go there, it's time. Every time.
But not with gay people.
But no, yeah.
Chick-fil-A, they don't like the gays, man.
They don't.
They don't even like gay chickens. The gay chickens don't make it.
That's right.
Hey, I didn't make the rules, man. I'm just saying. You can't be gay and eat at Chick-fil-A. That should be their slogan. You can't be gay and eat at Chick-fil-A. I think it'll work. Man, see, I feel with ideas.
Yeah,
I got a ton of them.
That'll work.
Did you watch the last UFC?
I did.
For the first time ever, I lost money on the total card.
Right.
I always make money. Now, I still won more fights than I lost, but I bet heavy on Dos Santos.
I mean, it wasn't a bad bet.
No, he was the favorite.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to whoop his ass.
But he didn't look nothing like I thought he was going to.
That motherfucker didn't even look. He didn't look like himself, especially after the fight was over. That motherfucker looked like somebody else.
And here's the thing, like I even said
to who? Who did you say this to?
Well, to myself. But it's okay to talk to yourself as long as you don't answer yourself. Right? So when they were doing the introductions, I thought Velasquez kind of looked out of shape.
Kane?
Yeah.
Well, Kane ain't never really tight.
He ain't, but I still thought he looked to have been preparing for round 2 on this. And lost round 1 to this guy. First fight. I thought that he'd have been in a little bit more shape than he was. So to me, he looked a little bit out of shape. But
he might have tried to bulk up a little bit because Dos Santos was bigger than him.
Right.
I don't think Dos Santos ever fully recovered from that knockdown in the beginning because he wasn't right. You know.
Nah, he got robbed.
I couldn't have been more wrong.
He definitely got hurt there.
I'm generally good at picking fights, but I couldn't have been more. And that punch was so hard it knocked me out. It almost just knocked the feed out on the show. Talking about it. Are we live?
Are we live?
Are we live?
Are we live?
I keep thinking the camera's over there. Remember the camera used to be right over here? Would get us all, and I always just keep looking up at the stand.
That's right.
But yeah, so you like the Joe Lozon fight?
Yeah, man. I love it. Of course. Come on. All the blood. Big fan.
You like that shit? You like the blood?
Yeah.
The thing is though, when people get known, like when that's one of their positives, that yeah, he could take a good punch, or he takes a good butt whooping. Like I know that's supposed to be a positive, but the only way you get known for taking a good butt whooping is if you take a lot of good butt whoopings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this guy's known for getting his ass whooped. Like it's always like I don't know, is that a good deal? Is that a compliment? Is that a good criteria to have that you take a good ass whooping?
If you're known for that, maybe not. You know what I'm saying?
That's the only way. That's the only way they can find out.
If you're known for that, maybe not. But if you have a fight where you get that ass whooped, but you show that heart, you know what I mean? Like that's a big
man. I'd rather get
right
honestly, if I had the choice, I'd rather get knocked the fuck out in 15 seconds than get my ass tore up for 15 minutes
and bleed all over the place.
Right. They did get fight of the night, I believe. That was an extra 60 grand. So
yeah.
Hey, when somebody gets knocked out of the night, the motherfucker that gets knocked out, he don't get none of that, right? Because I know fight of the night, it goes to the winner and the loser.
Right.
Like, I'm wondering
knock out of the night, the knockout, the guy.
If I got an extra 60 grand, I'll be going out there like this. You motherfucker.
It is.
That can't go. That sounds stupid. I shouldn't even ask that. That sounds stupid as I said it. It happens. It happens, but Dad, man, I haven't talked to you since the Pacquiao fight.
Oh, yeah.
That motherfucker got knocked out. That's your boy.
Oh, boy.
That was your hero.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, now you done turned on him. He used to be your hero.
I ain't turned on him.
Look how you are right now. You don't even care about it.
Yeah, that's great, man.
This motherfucker got put in a coma, and you don't even care. Fair weather fan. Speaking of fair weather,
oh boy,
your fucking Cowboys got fucked
Here
up.
we go. Here we go.
Long-term fans know from the first season of Highway to Helms, this motherfucker here made a bet. Made a bet that if the Redskins went further than the Cowboys, he would get a Redskins tattoo. Redskins did indeed go further than the Cowboys. Still no tattoo by this motherfucker. So this year, swept. They got swept. On Thanksgiving, Redskins ate your ass for Thanksgiving. Nobody usually eats ass on Thanksgiving. The Redskins did. They ate Cowboy ass and the cheerleaders for dessert.
Well, I'll say this.
Say it.
Look, man, it's hard to be a Cowboy fan right now. It's hard to be a Laker fan right now. It's hard to be a Yankee fan.
See the fair weatherness? This motherfucker lives in North Carolina. His football team is the Cowboys.
This is what I grew up on watching.
You actually grew up on the Lakers in North Carolina?
Where I'm from or where I live.
How you watched the Lakers in North Carolina when you was a kid? Knowing y'all had that black and white box with the antennas. You know what I'm saying, Jeff? That motherfucker, you didn't have cable when you was a kid?
Apparently, where it's already hard enough to be a Cowboy fan, apparently then we go and fire Rob Ryan today.
Wiggum's defense sucked. He's the defensive coach.
Yeah, but I think he's great for us.
You can tell.
I think the problems in Dallas start upstairs with Jerry Jones.
Well, you ain't going to fire the owner.
You ain't going to fire the owner, but the bottom line is,
how you going to fire the owner?
We don't have a general manager, first of all.
Vicky Guerrero.
I like it.
Bring Vicky in.
I like it. We don't have a general manager. Jerry Jones has said as long as he owns the franchise, there will be no general manager. That's bullshit. We need a GM.
Why does he say that?
I don't know why, but that's his say.
What does the GM do? Does he manage generally all aspects of the team?
All aspects of the team. That's right. Mm-hmm. And plus, this week, we let go of our running back coach. Which that's fine with me, I mean, because we got no running game at all. Okay. Absolutely none. And I would love for the Cowboys to go after your boy from Alabama.
Who? Saban?
No, the running back.
Oh, running back. I thought you were talking about coach shit.
No. I can't remember his name now. I'm on the spot here, but yeah, him. He did so great.
So how you feel about Romo? Because Cowboy fans, you fair weather motherfuckers. When he's doing great, y'all love him. When he's doing bad, y'all all turn on him.
I'm going to set the record straight right now.
Set it.
I ain't never loved Tony Romo.
You're such a liar.
I ain't never loved him.
You're a liar, a cheat, and a thief. Your feet stink, and you don't know Jesus. But other than that, you're a good guy.
First of all, if it hadn't been for Tony Romo, we'd have beat your Redskins this past time. But he had to go throw that interception.
Motherfucker, he got y'all there. Y'all wouldn't even have been in the game if it weren't for him.
We'd have moved downfield. We'd have won the ball.
With who?
Dallas.
I know the team, motherfucker, but who? You even know the backup?
Look.
Who's the backup?
The backup is your boy.
You want to call somebody? You want to Google that shit and find out?
Can I get a quick minute?
You want to go to a commercial break? We actually do need to go to a commercial break. We're going to thank a quick sponsor. We'll be back in 2 seconds.
On Tuesday, January the 15th, at Northern Durham High School, old friends will reunite. Chinlock for Chuck. He's fought cancer twice, so on that night, we're going to fight for him. I'm coming back to North Carolina. Creatures, mount up.
And we're back. Got to thank Jeff Hardy for doing that special video promoting Chinlock for Chuck. And we'll get back in football for a minute, but I want to talk about that real quick. Go to chinlockforchuck.com if you want to find out tickets on this monster show, which is coming up January 15th. It's a Tuesday. It's in Durham, North Carolina, at Northern Durham High School. Not to be confused with Southern Durham High School. The main event will feature myself, Shane Hurricane Helms, teaming with Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, teaming together for the first time in ages. Also, we're teaming with the Cowboy James Storm, another TNA former world heavyweight champion, taking on the combination of Lodi from WCW. And if you haven't seen Lodi in years, Lodi stepped up his game. He's in the best shape of his life. He got on that DDP yoga. He got on everything, man. He's in amazing shape. He's 100 times better now than he ever was in WCW. He's teaming up with maybe the most underrated guy I think I've ever been in the ring with, in C.W. Anderson. And I hate saying underrated because it's not like we really have ratings in the business, but I'm talking about somebody who's way better than you've ever seen. You know, he's such a talented guy. He's teaming up with Gunner, maybe TNA's best kept secret at the moment. Also teaming up with former NWA World Champion, former ECW World Champion Steve Corino. That's a big 8-man tag, man, and it's going to be good, man. Chinlock for Chuck. The guy's fought cancer twice, so now we fight for him. January 15th. I know Mikael Yamaha is going to be in the house doing something. Might get you on the show, man. You fucking ready to get back in there?
I'm always ready. Always ready.
This is what I got to deal with.
Entertainment. No, it's definitely going to be a great show, man. I'm excited about it no matter what part.
Why don't you wear my shit and get in there, man? Nobody will know. Do it. Except for when they see the lack of guns.
My.
See that shit right there?
Guns. Hey, I've been on that P90X, man.
How's that working out for you?
It's tough. You should try it.
Where were you in Battlecade? We'll talk about Battlecade later when Jeff gets here. Are we done talking about your silly ass Cowboys? Can we extend this conversation? Because they're done. They're at home.
Yeah.
With my Redskins, they're at home now too. But we were the champs. We were the division champs. Yeah, NFC East, first time in forever. We got it.
You did win the division. I had to wear a Redskins jersey that night.
Didn't you feel like a man for the first time in your life?
I'll tell you
You
what.
felt like your gimmick shot out a couple inches, which for you is par. But hey,
I refused to put the jersey on until after the game because I wasn't going to jinx it.
Jinx what?
The game, man. The game. We had the game. I wasn't going to jinx that. So
were y'all losing the entire time?
No. Anyway. But when I put that jersey on after the game, the cameras, bro, the paparazzi was unbelievable.
Big paparazzi, Scott.
The cameras were everywhere. People was pulling out their phones, getting pictures. I was like,
you felt like a star for the first time in your life. You know what it's like to be me. You know, fucking Redskins jersey.
Now I gotta get the tattoo.
And then we got fucked up.
But how do you feel about there's a lot of talk about the coach for the Redskins allowing your boy to play. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, here's the thing. If they would have won that game, all we would have been talking about was how amazing his performance was. The heart of a warrior and all that shit. And this conversation wouldn't even have been happening. It's only happening because he got hurt and they lost.
Right.
If he would have got hurt and they won, they still wouldn't have been talking about it.
That's right.
You know, it's only because he lost. Those guys are tough, man. I think anybody in that position would want to play. You got to be taken out. Nope. A true warrior, a true professional isn't going to take himself out of the game. Right. That's not how guys are built. Men, we're dumb. We're fucking animals. Anytime, in my amateur career in wrestling, if I was hurt, the coach had to take me out off my spot. You want to take my varsity spot, you had to take me out. I ain't going to take myself out. So I bet it's probably a little bit of both. The coach should have been able to recognize it. There was a play in the first or second quarter where he ran to the, to the out of bounds, and you can say you see it's nowhere near the speed that Robert Griffin has. Right. Nowhere near. He's hobbling, and he's still faster than a lot of the guys there. They didn't catch his ass, right. But it's nowhere near the explosiveness. And the dude from Russell Wilson, that little dude's bad. What that his name?
Russell Wilson.
Yeah, yes. Everybody was talking about Lugg and RG3 for Rookie of the Year in the quarterback position, especially. But nobody was really talking. I mean, toward the last couple of games they were. That dude's bad, man. Right. Yeah. There's a couple of times he took off, and that's what Robert Griffin was supposed to be able to do. But Wilson took his spot.
Is that Seattle?
Yeah, Seattle Seahawks. Yeah. So I don't know. It's easy to sit back and say they might. I know he's out now for 9 to 11 months. He's got to have surgery. RG3 does. So 9 to 11. If he could come back though, like who's my man that played from Adrian Peterson? He had his knee done, and he came back, and he's a new man. So maybe he'll come back. I hope he gets that same procedure or whatever.
Hey man, look, a Cowboy fan here stating, man, I don't doubt RG3 at all. I mean, he's a bad dude. Incredible things for the Washington Redskins. So, yeah. I know you guys got to be happy with that.
Yeah. I mean, we had a good year. It went downhill for a little while, and they all sucked it up and came back and had a good run toward the end. And they won 6 or 7 games in a row, so I got no complaints. So it is what it is. Now I got to pull up my other team is the Panthers, of course, home team, but they're out. And my next team after that is the Patriots. So I got to pull for Brady from here on out. I don't know if they'll do it, but I'm pulling for them.
I got Green Bay because
all the way. Discount double check.
Because that's my Fox's team.
All right.
So I got Green Bay, but I would love to see my boy Peyton Manning take it.
I think Denver's strong.
Yeah,
they're strong.
Be great.
You don't know. Let's go to a short commercial break to plug some RF video. I need some sponsor money. We'll be back in 2 seconds. Maybe a minute. That's how long the commercial is.
In this business, he's a smart, calculating man, and he's a master of creating things. A very creative man. He put that gimmick on me, Harley Davidson. And same thing with Lawler. Jerry Lawler he's drove by millions of gyms, but I don't think Jerry's ever actually been in a gym. But you know what? To his credit, he always kept himself looking good in the ring, and his presence in the ring was was so dominating in the way he knew exactly when, where, and how to do what he did. He knew how to throw the punch. He knew how to work the crowd. He was a magnificent showman. And then to Jerry's credit, he never did drink and do any kind of side substances. He was pretty much focused on that. There was a while there when I had a little problem with John Studd. Me and John, and I love John now. And
this is in New York.
Yeah, in New York. John would try to take advantage of you a little in the ring. You know, he would, because first, if Andre and I were wrestling him and Bundy, he wasn't going to get anything off Andre. He had to take it on me, because you know that when you give it Andre the tag, it's going to be the Andre thing, because Andre would do the Bundy and Stud thing, you know, blah blah blah. Right. Then we started shooting those vignettes of Hogan training me. Yeah. And so that's where my career was born. And the first official WWF match I had was in Poughkeepsie with. Back in our day, it was guys were cracking left and right. I've cracked before and just run off and run home because you just lose it. You know, a lot of guys, I believe in their days, kind of subliminally or subconsciously were begging for an injury so they could just go home. Right. As long as it wasn't a horrible injury. You know, Hercules Hernandez, God bless his soul too. He went 90-some days in a row without missing a match. He worked every night, 90-some days. If you're babyface, heel, good or bad, if you go to that bar long enough, you're gonna have problems. Hercules Hernandez, who we just mentioned, he lost a lawsuit somewhere in the middle of the country, in some little town, because he was in the bar and he got in an argument with some dude. I was one of the first guys that got the shot that came from the Memphis territory to the WWF, right? Right. And the Hillbilly Jim thing got over, you know. Vince McMahon calls Jimmy Hart. Jimmy thinks it's a rib. Oh, yeah, sure. And it's really Vince. Blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, I get the phone call. Oh, baby, I love you. Hold on, what's going on, Jimmy? What happened? Oh, baby, Vince McMahon. I said, oh, settle down. And he explained it to me. He explained it to me. Oh, baby, I tell you right now, I love you, brother. You know, brother, I'll do. Oh, my God, I love you forever. Oh, my God, I can't wait. And he's got a match against King Kong Bundy. He ain't going. It's already advertised. Vince is livid. Electric. You got to go. Me got to go. You got to go. How am I going to get there? Commercially, they hired a Learjet. So I'm flying along, and one of the captains says, "Hey, you must be a pretty important guy." And I'm sitting back there going, "Me?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "You must be a pretty important guy." I says, "Why you say?" He says, "Wow." He says, "Just flying you over here by yourself." I said, "How much does it cost to fly me?" He says, $27,000. Now remember, this is in the 80s, brother. This is in the 80s. If we take me to the arena. He said, "No, just take your time." He said, "Don't worry about it." I said, "No, I need to get there." He says, "Don't worry about it." He said, "I'm to take you to the hotel." I said, "Brother, I got to be at the Providence Civic Center." The dude looked around over the corner. He says, "Uncle Elmer showed up."
Wow, that's heat.
He cost him 27 grand for me. Let me say about Andre, I miss him very much. He left us too soon. And he was always wonderful to me. We had some good laughs together. However, I must tell you, if he liked you, he liked you. If he didn't like you, he wouldn't give you time of day. I didn't care if you were a socialite, a dignitary, a movie star. It didn't matter who. He didn't care. Everybody knows the story about Dynamite Kid, a vicious ribber. Everybody knows he likes to rib, and he'd like to do all these kinds of things, and you know, and he's shit disturber, so to speak, and then he'd be a little bit salty, and he was rude. It ain't my fault. Nobody told him to go out there and abuse his body, take all those bumps, jump off the top of the ceiling into a teacup because it's cool. Oh, it's cool now, but when you get to be older and you're in a wheelchair and you got a million pains, now who's cool? Now who feels good? See, that's what I'm trying to say. And nobody, all the times that I've seen him, you're drinking some water. I've never seen him drink a glass of water in my life. It was either coffee or beer. He never had, and a cigarette continually in his mouth. So you know he was burned, and then like I say, he was mean to his family. Got thrown away. Nobody cares about him. I didn't see it happen. He showed up in about a half hour after it happened and was smiling like this with his teeth missing. Look, Jim, his teeth were gone. You take drugs, you drink on top of them, you might not wake up. I got 50 guys I could start naming names off here. That's all happened to them. And that's what I say. I want to go back and say about these guys in this business. All these guys running around here talking about how cool he's doing all these crazy, amazing bumps. It's supposed to be entertainment. If you can't figure out how to entertain yourself, the people, without killing yourself, then maybe you need to get in another business. That's just my way. Well, that's why they're all running around here with hips and all weird looking and stuff like that. And I ain't got none of that. Everybody asked me what happened to Chris Benoit. It wasn't steroids. If it was steroids, every bodybuilder and powerlifter and shot putter in the world would be killing people. They take a lot more than he took. It's not steroids. Concussions. I know for a fact he was knocked out every weekend for years up there in Calgary when he was coming down from Edmonton, wherever he was from, down to Calgary to try to learn how to wrestle, because Bruce Hart told me he just wanted to be like Dynamite Kid so bad and do that head thing. He would get up in the corner on the turnbuckles and come off there, and he said knocked himself out every time. We're in the Joe Louis Arena. I'm wrestling Rowdy Roddy Piper in Detroit, Michigan. Hillbilly Jim, babyface. I go out there. What the hell is this? They're booing me and cheering him. That's when I knew the business had done gone crazy. I said, boo.
And we're back. As you can see, we got the guest done chimed in. His name on the screen, as you can see, at King of Heat. Longtime friend of mine, longtime enemy of mine. We started out feuding a long time ago. He works. He's one of the big guys for Carolina Wrestling Federation. Go to CWF247.com. Is that correct?
That is it.
Find out all the information about one of the hottest, one of the best independent organizations I see out there, independent territories. Because territories were independents. People don't realize that. But they were. I want to bring up a couple pictures here. Let's take out the title. I'll tell you what they are since you can't see them, because I keep you guys over there. Especially your
Studio B.
Yeah, Studio B. Biatch.
What's up, Jeff?
Y'all be shaking hands. You don't like that motherfucker.
We're more enemies.
You guys were feuding when I came into the business in 1992. You guys are feuding now.
Whoever brought you into this business, why would they do that? Oh, damn. Here's a couple images from Battlecade, Jeff. Who is this bleeding human being?
That is a Killbilly.
A Killbilly?
Killbilly. They're straight off of Moonshiners on TV. They ride in on this Jed Clampett looking truck with a big old whiskey jar that they made. They get drunk, come out there and fight.
Now this match, I want to say, I didn't see this match because this match happened before mine. I was actually on this show, and I'm teaming up with two young talents which are just unbelievable. Kazi. Is it just Kazi? Kamikaze Kid and Chiba Kid. We all call him Kazi, so I thought that was his gimmick.
That's his nickname.
But it's Kamikaze Kid. He's in the green and black mask. Why would anybody wear a green and black mask? And he's teaming with the Chiba Kid. Both of these guys are incredibly talented, man. You see me there in my full glory. The Hurricane title, the PWI International Championship title. But these bloody match, man, this bloody match happened right before my match. And I know I'm walking out in the ring going, man, what's that? Where's the AIDS on the mat? All this AIDS on the mat. What am I going to do about it?
I can only say I'm negative. That's all I can say. I can't say anything about him.
Woo, I was hoping.
It was bad. I mean, it's one of those things in wrestling.
It happens, man. It happens.
And he just, man, he was bleeding all over the place. It was terrible. It was terrible.
And I know you guys got a big show coming up. Wrestle Jam? Is that
Wrestle Jam 102 Jams out of Greensboro sponsoring a big show. Wrestle Jam.
January 19th?
The 19th.
Is that a Saturday? What is that?
It's a Saturday. It'll be in our building, our facility, the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium, 1001 Springwood Drive in Gibsonville, North Carolina.
Very nice.
Now, true or false, Gibsonville was named after Robert Gibson.
That's false.
I've been saying it for months on the show that it was true.
I know there's something about Gibsonville you should know.
Hit me with it.
Oh, yeah. There's a hometown of Torrey Holt.
Torrey Holt.
And Yao, the former female superstar coach for NC State.
No way.
Yep.
Not Yao Ming?
No, not Yao Ming.
That's what they were talking about. And also, I know you guys, and I just want to get these out of the way real quick. I know you got a special, I'm going to throw this picture of a young lady you're doing a benefit show for. I see Chiba Kid in the picture, and Mid-Atlantic champ Eric Royal, the black guy, for you guys that don't know. Who's the young lady in the picture, and tell us what this event is for.
That is the Katie Z Band, and she's been a long-time fan of ours. Her dad actually helps out a little bit with some of our camera work and things, and she's got scoliosis and is going to have a back surgery. So we're just trying to help her out, just like we're helping Chuck out. Everybody's trying to help Chuck.
Now, she's pretty young to have a drinking problem, huh? Oh, that's cirrhosis. That's different. That's different. The scoliosis. So, is she, why are you laughing at, Mike? This is serious business.
Really?
Was that, she was born with that scoliosis you're born with, right?
Yeah.
You can develop it, though, I'm sure.
I think it took a while for them to diagnose it and everything, and then it's gotten bad enough that she does have to have surgery. So.
I don't know if they still do it, but I know, like, when I was in school, like, in young grades in physical ed, they would come and always do the finger down the back to make sure none of us had scoliosis. What? Who? That was, do what you
I remember that very well.
Remember that?
Yeah, you're right.
Tickle the butt a little bit.
I'm sorry, come again?
What?
Come again?
No, you don't remember that? It was just something, and I know every time I get checked out for anything, I'm always worried I got it. I don't care what it is.
Same for me, petrified.
Like, I know I got it. I don't know what it is.
The worst thing I ever did was put WebMD on.
Never do that.
Because look it up, you got everything that comes up. You're gonna die. I got this symptom. I'm gonna die. I
got bit by a spider in WWE one time. I took off my boot, and on the inside of my right calf, I got a hematoma. It looked like half of a tennis ball, and somebody just put it on my leg. It was swole that back. Arn Anderson walks in, he goes, "Goddamn kid, is your leg broke?" Because it looked like a bone had shifted, and that's why it was stuck out like that. And I was like, no. I don't know what the fuck. And I'd done some kind of dive to the outside. I was like, maybe I hit it on the guardrail, and just like with adrenaline, I didn't feel it or whatever. I was like, what in the fuck is that? And in a couple of days, it starts filling up with blood, and it's getting all black and bruised, and it looks fucking gross. And I had to get, like, it was bothering my leg now. I had to get old Velvet there to drive me to the hospital. Well, not the hospital, but a doctor. He's like, yeah, you got bit by a spider. But actually, before that, I thought it might have been a spider bite. So I go start Googling or WebMD some spider bites. And like, you look at that shit and you're going to die. Like, oh, this is it. I'm dying. And that's why we end up going to the doctor. But he's like, no, we just got to drain it. He pulls out this damn needle that's this long. And I'm going, I remember specifically going, is this going to hurt? And he goes, oh, yeah. Like, no bedside manner, no trying to calm me down. He goes, this is going to hurt like a motherfucker. And he sticks it in there and, like, fucking nasty, not that blood's ever cute to look at, but after a couple of days, it congeals like a thick jello type nasty shit. It shoots out across the damn office. And I'm going, But, I mean, what the fuck are we talking about? The WebMD was why I looked up that. And I got bit by a spider in London. Oh. When I went to London recently, I got a real bad spot on my arm. I got bit by a damn spider. And no powers. I've been trying to climb walls ever since. Now, I can make my girlfriend climb walls, but that's an entirely different deal. H2H waitress. But yeah, so when is the show for the young lady?
That one is January the 26th, I believe.
January 26th.
Yeah. And that will also be at our Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium in Gibsonville.
That's very cool. You guys have your own sportatorium.
Yes, we do.
It is.
Now, one of your biggest audience participation, a biggest number of people in the sportatorium. When did that happen?
Biggest turnout in the history of the new Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium. This is the second incarnation of our sportatorium. Was at Battle Cave when we had a special guest.
Who was that guest?
The Hurricane Helms.
Oh, that was me. It happened when I was there?
It did. We literally locked the front door and would not let anybody else in the building. We had to turn people away.
That's probably why Mike didn't show up, right?
I think he was in line to get in.
He was in line to get in?
You didn't let him in.
Didn't show up? Appreciate that, Mike.
So wait a minute. Hold on. He's got the record on the sellout.
Most people in the building, yes.
So anyway, you guys want to talk about the Lakers? Again? But you guys actually had the biggest gate, right?
The CWF history, which it was originally formed. If you really want to break it down, Mike Maverick, Chuck Coates, myself, David, we started the CWF way back.
Oh, this was in the NC State days or around that time?
Right, yeah, that's when we started. That was the first CWF.
The lineage of the CWF goes back to what year?
All the way back to 80.
In the 80s?
90. 89, 90, somewhere in that range. 89, 90. And so when this guy right here talked me into it, everybody that hates CWF is his fault. He taught me into starting run shows again. And we started running them, and it's been going since 2000 straight, ever since 2000. And the biggest gate in our own building, because we have done bigger gates in bigger buildings, but it's in our own building that me versus him. So
that's right.
I don't know why, but that's the record that still stands.
Do you remember when we got together and talked about doing this?
Yes.
Do you remember? We were in Nashville.
Are you sure it was in Nashville?
I'm thinking it was in Durham.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Durham.
Imagine that.
Once in a while, once in a great while, I'm wrong. So
Once
maybe
in
Durham.
every while.
I think it
Maybe
was
Durham. But we were there, right, to support our boy.
Nitro. It was Nitro Party Night.
Nitro
Right?
Party Night. That's right. And
Oh, this is when we had our bus.
yeah, you guys had the buzz.
That's the thing.
Buzz,
Everybody,
buzz.
Shannon Moore brought this up because I got a good picture and I can't find it amongst all this horseshit in my career. But I got this great picture of us standing in front. Everybody's got their tour bus now, and you people on the internet can find out. You know, Hunter had his bus, and Randy. Everybody's got their bus. But in WCW, they had a tour bus with 3 count, and our picture was plastered all over that thing.
It was everywhere. That's right. It was.
And we would go to the colleges and do like these appearances. And guys, I know in the club you're looking for icebreakers and things to talk about picking up girls. Nothing's gonna pick up a girl quite like having your face on the tour bus.
How about that?
I'm just saying for
Hey, the party was full of women.
We'd always do those parties too.
There was women everywhere, man.
But you know what was the bad part about those parties? The hottest chicks were the Nitro girls because they were ridiculously hot.
They were.
And then like some of the girls were like, "Well, you got those girls with me." We're like, "No, don't worry about them." Those are Nitro girls. They're going for bigger stars. Although not all of them went for the bigger stars. Hey, I'm kayfabe.
That was when we came together and talked about it.
Talked about it, and I foolishly listened to him, and we started running shows, and it's just.
How many shows have you done, you think?
Oh, man. I don't know. You know, it was a couple of years ago we broke the 500 match. We had done 500 matches.
Wow.
But that's been years ago. So I don't even know where. We got a guy, Stat Mark, who catalogs everything that we've ever done.
From the get-go.
We've even got our own book. Yeah, we have the history of CWF Mid-Atlantic. It's a big old book. We sell it at the shows, publishes on Amazon.com, I believe you can buy it. It's got the whole history up till whatever year, but
much thanks to Stat Mark.
Yeah, I mean he's ridiculous. Thankfully, he's so OCD. He keeps up with all those things.
He was at the first battle.
He was at the very first one.
Was it 2000 the first year?
2000 was the first one that we did.
And so me and him were the only two that were at the first.
You and him were the only 3. Well, Yamaha was there,
but he wasn't at
there this night.
Yeah, he big leagued us.
That's right. Battle Cave 13. Our anniversary, and only 3 people from the original Battle Cave were there. And that was me, you, Shane, and Stat Mark Grant Saul.
And I was just watching that first night though, right? I was under contract, couldn't do anything.
You were under contract.
So what year was that? Who was under contract?
It was
2000. Was that all at WCW?
WCW, yeah.
Here's a funny story. Was it at a CWF show I ran in on him with a mask on?
Yes.
Yes. Actually, that picture is on the video made that's on the website of Chinlock. What's up?
What do you mean?
The video on the website, there's a photo on there.
All of us in the back in the locker room.
Yeah.
Okay. Is what I put on a what kind of mask? Is it a Russian assassin mask?
Russian assassin. Well, it's the Canadian assassin. No, you had a Russian.
Canadian.
Was it Russian or Canadian?
I was an assassin.
It was Russian. Yeah,
I think it was a Russian too.
Russian, definitely.
So they're all beating up on Mike. There's gonna be some guys running the ring and beat Mike's ass, and in the back. Because I'm under contract, but I was in WWE at this time, right? Mm-hmm. I think so. Mm-hmm. I think I was with WWE when I.
Yeah, definitely.
I was with WWE already, and I couldn't be seen on TV, so I put this mask on and ran in and tried to do something. And when I slid in, I broke my finger, and my finger's all out of socket. Well, and I sit there and put it back in socket, and then just start punching you in the head with my broke finger.
Funny thing is, I can't get hurt.
That's the whole thing. I can't get hurt. I'll go do this.
Whatever. I cannot get hurt.
I can't go to TV all fucked up. There it was. I had to go to TV all fucked up. I just kept my hand in my pocket at TV. You motherfuckers talking to me and do dumb shit. See, I never do dumb stuff of my own accord. I get talked into it, and 9 times out of 10, this motherfucker right here is involved.
Peer pressure.
But everything's going good. What I like about CWF, Jeff, I'll tell you this. What I like about it, and I use your company when I talk to other companies, when they always ask for advice. I say, I got a home company. And I consider you one of my home companies.
You say that.
And I said, these guys worry about their product. These guys don't necessarily worry about how many people come in the door, produce. They want to put out a good product every time. And I think that's what independent companies out there, if they focus more on that, the audience will come.
Right.
The audience will eventually come. If you just focus on, you know, I want to make $10,000 this show. If you got that mindset, especially in this economy, you're shooting yourself in the foot. But if you just focus, I want to put out a good product. I think so many companies will be a lot better. If you got a match on the show that sucks, you need to talk to those guys and say, look, this shit was fucking terrible. Y'all guys need to step up your game or you can't work anymore. Because I go to so many shows and I watch as much as I can. I'll see some stuff out there. I'm like, this is fucking awful. But I know definitely Battlecade, everything I watched about Battlecade, I liked. So many talented guys on that show. And I had a difference of opinion with the Big Daddy recently on Facebook. He was talking about the ratings on Monday Night Raw. A couple weeks ago, I know they didn't do really good. You know, but sometimes that has nothing to do with the product. Just maybe people are, no matter how great something is, you get tired of watching it sometimes. Right? You know, no matter how great chocolate cake is, sometimes you get tired of the chocolate cake. It doesn't mean chocolate cake isn't good anymore. And ratings are just like that. You know, shit is up and down. It's, you know, it works in a cycle, whatever. And he made a comment. He goes, there just isn't any good talent out there. And so that's when I came in. I'm like, how do you know? You're not out there anymore. I'm out there. I see good talent all the time.
Yeah.
I see a ton of good talent. I was talking about Chiba, Kazi. You know, you guys, Eric Royal. You know, I think Brad Attitude is a talented guy. I think the first Rick Converse is a talented guy. Mikael Yamaha, man. Mikael Yamaha has always been good.
Well, thank you.
You know, I mean, Jeff, you always been good. You are a heater from back in the day.
King Heat,
yeah. I had a riot. Had my family storm the ring one time.
Oh man, that was knockout punch.
That was quite fun. Just imagine.
She's whooping my ass.
Yeah,
and they're whooping my ass, and my brother tried to sneak in the ring and knock his ass out.
It was, it was just one of it was the craziest thing. You never told the story on here?
I'm not sure if I have enough.
But yeah, we had the big angle, and it was Kid Vicious against the Gemini Kid.
KV.
We battle of good versus evil, and I had you down in the ring, and I had all my little cohorts, David Taylor. Mike Maverick, keeping everybody from getting in the ring to say.
Was Jim Hall in there too? Was Jim Valentine?
I don't think he was there that night.
Was just y'all two?
I think it was.
2/3 of.
I think that's what happened.
Oh, okay.
So I put you in the STF, and I'm just cranking it because, of course, you know I'm not gonna let you rest in a hold. I'm gonna make you.
I remember I couldn't breathe for shit. Appreciate that.
Just crank it. And just so happened it just timed out. You know that your brother come running in the ring, couldn't see because he came from behind, And as I'm going down the crank, he's running with a big running swing, so his fist just slides right across my hair. I just felt like a whip go across my hair. And then as I pull you back up, I see your brother laying in the ring and referee trying to choke him to death and drag him out of the ring. I'm like, what is going on in here?
That might be the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me.
Your brother slid in like a pro.
Oh, he went in like he was like a pro. It was like a rock coming in the ring. He went like SmackDown. Except I ducked when he swung. Somehow. It was a miracle. Get the God. Providence, once again, saved my life. There's so many times that Providence, the hand of Providence, has saved the King of Heat.
I actually get that question
dying and going to jail.
What's my most embarrassing moment? I never have an answer. And that without a doubt, that is. I remember you were cranking, and I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, because he rolled over us, and then the referee grabbed him in a damn rear naked. And I'm going, what the fuck is going on? And I look up, and I see my brother's getting choked, and I guess he was just, in a moment, he was into it, and he's reaching for me. Like, so in a way, it's a sweetheart moment that he was concerned for me, but I just remember looking at him going, oh, God. Just so embarrassed. And
you know, if you call it your most embarrassing moment, I think it's one of the greatest moments of my career, because if we can get that kind of reaction from your family member, that just tells you how much people were bought into that angle that we did. Yeah, it was a fantastic time. It was a great time for me in wrestling. I think we had a great time. I loved every minute of it.
Yeah, it was good. He was ready though. That's my brother, man. We fight. We Helms, we fight. That's on our coat of arms. There's no pictures. It just says we fight. No lions, no crowds.
Look, he didn't enter the ring like somebody having to get in there and get through the ropes, but he like a pro.
It's the greatest
thing
ever.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know if he ever been in the ring before, but he slid in there.
He slid right in there like a pro. I was like, damn. Look at him.
Man, he's swaying for the fence.
Yeah.
My head would have been, I'd have been out cold if he'd have connected.
That shit would have hurt.
It would have been a death punch right in the back of your skull. It just knocks you out cold.
Why would he do it?
You're going for it. hated the Gemini Kid. I don't think there was anybody in that town that liked Gemini Kid.
Bad props to that angle.
I remember too, the first table spot I ever did in 1991. 1991 in Zebulon, North Carolina. Way before there was the ECW and all that stuff. Well, at least not in the extreme version. There might have been an East Coast championship at that point. I know the Gemini was on the outside, and I went to do a pull-out dive, and he stepped back, and the announcers were there. The announcer table was there, and I went crashing through the table. And the place went deathly quiet. It wasn't a holy shit. I mean, they never seen that before. Place went, you could hear a pin drop in that thing, and I'm down there rolling around. I remember I landed on the ring bell. Remember that? The ring bell was down there, and I landed right on that fucking thing. And so I'm kind of jimmied up anyway. I'm like, oh, goddamn. And, it's all, I crawled to the ring, and I mean, the place is just, man. And I was a super little over babyface, lightweight there, Going there, he just, without any remorse or any thought to my well-being, fucking Gemini yanks me up in the perfect place. I can't barely breathe as it is, and I couldn't even jump, I don't think. But I didn't weigh about 150 pounds at the most. You yank my ass up, bam! And I get pinned, lose my title. In the place, man, I just remember fans storming into the dressing room to check on me. Like, you wouldn't even let people take care of me. But remember some kid ran over there, and you see this on the tape. Some kid goes over there and goes, his bones are hanging out. And I go,
the check.
I'm down there. Like, I'm really kind of jimmied up. I'm landing on that bell, but, I'm selling, I'm doing my thing. But when that kid sat down, I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? I got scared for a minute and started counting my shit.
I remember that. Crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy to say. We went to our first table in '91. It might have been '92 because it might have been '92. I was my senior. I was still in high school.
There.
Yeah,
I was still in high school. I was a senior in high school when that match happened.
I was there.
I was 16.
I couldn't tell you too many years. I've had too many concussions. I remember years.
What year is it now?
Sort of flowed.
It's 2012 still, right?
I think we clicked off another one.
Oh, we did.
I'm sort of keeping up with how many concussions I got and what year this is.
Really?
But I'm one ahead, so I'm hoping I can go this whole year without one. And then next year we'll be even back out with 14.
Gotcha.
That's right.
That was the last episode of Highway to Helms of the Air. So this might be the last episode. Fucking, we're waiting on the aliens to come. They didn't come.
Disappointing. There's always that comet in 2013.
What?
Giant comet.
What is the giant comet?
Some giant comet was coming. 2013 is going to get so bright. They're talking about brighter than the moon.
Is it going to it ain't going to cause no havoc or anything?
No, just probably everybody go crazy. But I think it's actually supposed to get close enough to the sun that it may just evaporate, which would make a
how the fuck can it get that close to the sun and be close to Earth us at the same time?
It's supposed to be like 1 million miles from the sun, so it should evaporate. Look at a good show next December.
Oh, we gotta wait till December.
There's some little comet that's coming sometime next few months, and then the big one I think is December. But I think the big one's going to be in December. I think that's when this big, gigantic comet is supposed to be.
I don't want to wait till December. Why can't that motherfucker come land right on my head right now?
Get your Adidas, your little purple cape, and yellow, and be ready.
The fuck are you talking about?
Heaven's Gate. That last time the big comet came there.
Oh.
Put on their tennis shoes.
I thought you was talking about some shit I done at a party.
I said it. No. I'm sworn to secrecy about that stuff. I'm going to give that away. Sorry.
Have we ever figured out why I must get naked at all parties?
I don't think we have.
That was only a recent dilemma in the last couple of years.
The thing, if you're going to bring it up, I just want to know what's the deal with the motorcycle
helmet? Waking up in the yard?
Yeah.
I don't know. There was a party at the Helms Manor.
Been a few.
Luckily, they definitely calmed down. I don't really party like that anymore, but I remember waking up. It was my birthday is what it was. I don't remember the date, what year it was. 2008, maybe?
Sounds close.
But there was a moment where I woke up in the yard in my underwear and a motorcycle helmet on.
And socks.
And I had Ray-Bans underneath the helmet. But it was that full-face helmet that I never wore. That came free with the bike or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't even know what happened to that thing. Did you know La Parka gave me a motorcycle helmet? You ever seen it?
I have not.
It's in the garage.
I want to see it. Take me to the Hurricane after.
Go get it. You want to go get it?
Yeah, I'm going to get it.
Light switch is beside the garage door.
Yeah.
And when you go toward where the fucking thing opens, look on the left and you'll see it.
Okay, gotcha.
This is cool. La Parka gave it to me.
I love it.
I know you're a big fan of La Parka.
I I like LaParker a lot.
He's a good kid. He's a good kid. Works with me in Lucha Libre USA, which I think is supposed to start up pretty soon.
I hope so.
But you know what? I want to talk about Pro Wrestling Day with you.
All right.
But we got to take a short commercial break. I want to pop a video in for Top Rope Belts, the makers of the Hurricane Championship, which I know you love.
Absolutely. Beautiful belt.
Is that one of the best belts you ever seen?
You know, if I was a girl, I would have got moist when I saw it.
You probably got moist even a little bit. Not Al Roker moist, but we'll talk about that when we come back. We're going to go to Top Rope Belts right now. And we got to thank Top Rope Belts. They've always sponsored the show. They're the ones that made the Hurricane Championship. And got to thank those guys. So, Mike, did you ever find that La Parka mask? Good God almighty. Ain't that the coolest motorcycle helmet in the world?
How awesome is this, man?
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was a gift from La Parka.
See, those luchadors, they never take their mask off. Even when they're riding a motorcycle.
They don't do it.
Built-in mask. It's pretty cool.
Awesome.
La Parka.
That's a good look for you, man.
Is it good look for me?
You look like Skeletor. So tell me about Pro Wrestling Day, Jeff. What is that all about?
NationalProWrestlingDay.com. Basically, what it is it's a day to celebrate wrestling. And we've got 18 companies that are coming together for one day. It's an all-day event on February the 2nd in Philadelphia. It'll be a daytime and an evening event with a total of 18 to 20 matches, I think.
Wow.
The event is free, so if you're anywhere near Philadelphia, you should come and come to this thing because you're going to see Chikara, you're going to see Ring of Honor, you're going to see Evolve, you're going to see CWF Mid-Atlantic, and a lot of more great promotions that have gathered together in an attempt to reach this audience that wants to see wrestling. Because we want to give you the wrestling, but it's tough to find an audience. So this is going to be our way of, because it's going to be streamed live on the internet as a pay-per-view. So
Okay.
this is our attempt to try to reach an audience that likes to watch wrestling on pay-per-view. And we're hoping that CWF, because it's going to be in the Northeast, and the Northeast, definitely the majority of the people on the event is going to be from the Northeast. So we're coming up from the South.
Who you got representing CWF?
I'm General Lee, and I'm bringing my forces, but we're not going to get defeated in Pennsylvania. We're going to win in Pennsylvania this time. Taking over.
Is the South going to rise again?
The South is rising, and we're taking Philadelphia. It's going to be in the South when I get through with it.
But it's funny you said that in the last show, which somehow Chuck was here and he was talking about some kind of Civil War thing, and I had to mention that we're the South is the only place that will build statues to a war that we lost. And we got our ass kicked, so let's build some statues about it.
It's to remember. You got to remember. So we remember. We're going to Philadelphia.
We remember we got fucked up.
Philadelphia. But the match that we're going to be bringing, it was just announced this week. It's going to be Eric Royal and Chiba Kid against Rick Converse and Trevor Lee. It's
Cool.
a tag match. And I mean, anybody that's seen any of these guys wrestle should be very pleased. And those that have never seen these guys, we're hoping we blow you.
Man, we might have to turn this into a 6-man, man.
Well,
I might have to come up there and represent.
Look, I need my big superstar to come in there. So if you want to come to Philadelphia to National Pro Wrestling Day, I would be honored to have the Hurricane under the CWF banner. If you don't have anything going on,
Let me check that schedule, man.
I'd love to have you there. And we're really expecting a standing room only crowd there because it will be free for the fans locally to watch. It'll be paid on.
But since it's a free show, it'll be a sellout no matter what.
Well, nobody could come.
Technically,
that's a possibility.
Technically, even if nobody's there, if it's free, it's a sellout.
So, we all sold out.
We all sold that. So that's cool, man. I might have to do that. Let me check my schedule.
It's February 2nd.
In Philly. I love Philly. I was just in Philly.
And it's a great event. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit of everything. It's a way for fans to get exposure to every kind of style because Chikara definitely is not Ring of Honor style.
Mm-mm.
So you're getting 18 different styles.
Do you think the Hurricane inspired any Chikara?
I would think so. Very Hurricane is very Chikarish.
Hey, is the Cobra guy going to be there?
The Cobra guy. I love the Cobra guy. His name is Ophidian, and I'm pretty sure he would be there.
Man, I might have to go.
He's got a cool mask. Have you seen his new mask?
Yeah,
graded right here too.
I don't know if I saw that. I saw the one, man. He looked like Serpentor from damn G.I.
That's his new mask. Yeah, it's awesome. It's got the big snakes, and he's got little snakes as like.
This is how much of a fan I still am of wrestling. I just saw. I ain't even seen one move for the guy. He might be the worst motherfucker ever.
He's
I know.
really
I saw that gimmick with that Cobra head. I was like, I'm in. I'm on board.
He's got all. His mask is just incredible.
Did El Generico get signed to WWE?
El Generico. That's the rumor I heard.
I haven't heard it yet, but I'm telling you, if it is, props to him. That's been the most talented motherfucker without a contract for the last 3 or 4 years.
Absolutely. El Generico has actually wrestled for us before. Class act, 110%. Can't say enough good things about him, and I hope that he's going to make a lot of money. He deserves it. He's worked hard to get where he is.
Yeah. I hung out with him, outside of wrestling a couple times. Never got a chance to work. That's the great thing, too, about my post-WWE career. The guys I'm getting to work with now, man, like, obviously, I work with a lot of talented guys and some of the best in the biz in WWE, but especially that last year when I was in the ECW version, maybe not necessarily working the most talented guys, other than Paul Burchill. Burchill was fucking great, but there's a couple other guys I really wasn't, and, whatever. It is what it is. But, man, it's been a blessing on the independent territory scene again, man. I've worked with some super talented guys, man. That has been a blessing for me after this, and I hope, man, if I can make it up there,
oh, we'd love to have you there. No doubt about it. Love it. It was just like we were lucky to have you at Battle Cave.
Yeah, that was, man. Everybody in that ring was talented. That big guy, that might have been one of the big. That's a big ass dude.
Mercenary.
That's a big dude, man. He moves well.
I thought he was going to choke slam you there for a minute.
I mean, he thought that. But the power, yeah, man. Like, I just did Crossfire this past weekend. Did Piper's Pit.
How about that?
That's cool. Piper's Pit, man. Scratch that off the bucket list. That was it was hard because I'm a bad guy there, so I get to be myself. No, it's just different, and I do things I wouldn't go out and sign autographs. I didn't go out and do the photo ops and all that. And so I actually turned down money just so I could be the bad guy. And I guarantee you, nobody else in that locker room did that. Like, I had a table. I gave my table spot up, so I ain't going out there. I'm going to be a bad guy. I'm going to make everybody in this building hate me tonight. And I had people about jumping over the guardrail toward the end. Did the Piper's Pit. I worked a guy named Patrick Bentley there, super talented kid. Had to whoop that ass, but it happens. Had an altercation with Colt Cabana in Piper's Pit, and then I came out and beat the piss out of Colt Cabana after his match with Sam Callahan. Sam Callahan's a talented guy, too.
Absolutely.
I hope to see him somewhere big in the future. Samurai Del Sol and Matt Cross, a couple guys. Chase Stevens is on there. David Young. God, they got fucking Warlord was there. Dutch Mantel was there. Kevin Sullivan was there. I mean, so they got a plethora. They got a lot of
Mike Bennett too, right?
No, they weren't there. I don't think Maria is associated with the company anymore. I think her spot, she got replaced by Jillian Hall.
Okay.
So Jessica Havett there, who's probably my favorite female wrestler right now in any circuit, not pro, but on TV or not, she's my favorite. She worked this little girl named Angel Dust, who's really good too. There's another thing, just like your guys' show. It was like, I was sitting there watching so much, and it was nothing I didn't like. And I would kind of wish, I'm glad that you were here, but I wish Mike was here just so I could reinforce what I said. Like, you don't know what's out there because you're not out there. Yeah. I'm out there. I see talented guys all the time.
And they're at the Nashville Fairgrounds.
Yep.
I've seen a lot of their stuff.
Okay. High Spots is there at Nashville.
HighSpots.com, everywhere. We even opened up a new store in England so people in England can order from High Spots and not have to pay that crazy, outrageous shipping import fees that England taxes on the products. We have product in England. We'll ship it to you off our eBay store.
So y'all don't went international.
International. We're everywhere. We're trying to be everywhere. I think we're going to do a $5 wrestling pay-per-view from Antarctica. That's where our next goal is.
Wow. It's the only continent I've never wrestled on. I'm in.
I'll get you in. I'm in. But the pay's only $5.
I'll take it. I'll do $5 wrestling for that. I conquered the world. I got 6 out of 7 continents. Give me the Antarctica. I'll wrestle a fucking penguin. But no polar bears.
There probably will be.
There better be somebody dressed up like a penguin.
There will probably be a penguin on the next one.
But no polar bears because they mean.
No polar bears.
No polar bears.
No, they're not in Antarctica, right? They're just no polar.
No, fucking polar bears are down there.
Are they down there too?
Yeah.
I thought they were just in the north.
I mean, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. I know like 90% of all the ice on the planet is in Antarctica. Do you know that?
Well, my glass doesn't have any ice. You can send somebody down there and chip a few pieces.
I do have a waitress, man. You know, it's about ready to wrap up anyway. I'm starving to fucking death.
Oh,
I got a damn pass dispenser and I'm about to eat this motherfucker. That's all I got up here. The waitress, man, she's slacking.
She's slacking.
She don't come in and help out on the show no more.
What?
Because it ain't live, because normally she would watch it downstairs. Since now it's pre-recorded, she can't see what's going on, so I can't just yell at her. And she come in with a beautiful hand. That's all you ever saw on her for episode after episode was just a hand coming in like this. But I tweeted that picture of her butt yesterday. She still don't even know about it. I put it on my Tumblr.
And the picture?
Huh? No, not that one. I'll show it on here. Look, I put it on here.
Hey. Oh. Is this thing still on? Are we still talking?
Are we still live? Yeah, we're still.
Are we still live? Oh my gosh. Look at that.
It's not a bare butt though. She's got her panties on.
That's incredible.
And that's with the Shane Helms app.
The Shane Helms app?
Yeah, the Shane event.
The Shane event where you can put Shane in
compromising positions. Put me in any picture.
How about
put you in all kinds of compromising positions.
And if that picture is inside a beautiful butt,
I like it.
Send it to me. I'll retweet it. That's what I do. I'll retweet this shit. But that's on my Tumblr. I put it on Tumblr, but Tumblr is connected to Twitter sometimes, and I forgot to unconnect it. But she never looks at my Tumblr, thankfully, because I just put booties up all the time. And but it went to Twitter. I said, damn it. But I still ain't heard nothing, so she might have been busy at work and didn't see it.
Slipped past.
Yeah. If anybody out there on Tumblr, here's my Tumblr address. ShaneHelmsCom.tumblr.com. You ever get on there?
I really don't.
Actually, I need to throw up this real quick. The Lizard Lick app by Figure4apps.com will be out very soon, maybe within the next 4 or 5 days. Fans of Lizard Lick Toying, you could get stuff by Ron, stuff by Amy. It's virtually 2 apps in one. You click on Ron, it goes to his version of the app. You click on Amy, it goes to her version of the app. And that's going to be a really big deal for Figure4apps.com producing that. Now, I went to high school with Ronnie, Big Ronnie. He never repossessed my car, though.
I was going to ask that question. Have they ever had to repossess anything?
No, when I was young, I couldn't afford a car. They had to make payments on. The only kind of car I had was when you made one payment and it was about $300. You know, that was the first thing I bought when I got my WCW contract. That was a decent car.
You had to have.
Yeah, I figured too. I didn't buy a small sporty car. I bought and not necessarily a big luxury like Cadillac or anything, but I bought a car that if I ever had to sleep in, I'd be smooth. That was the main thought going into buying that car. Yeah, very nice. I don't know what happened to that car.
Motor Trend car of the year.
Motor Trend car of the year.
I remember talking to you about it, picking it out. You were talking, you go get your new car, and I said, you know what car I would get? And you go, oh, that's the one I just bought. And I was like, there you go.
Car of the year, and I could sleep in it.
Yep.
What a nice car that was.
How about?
I hope whoever's got it's taking care of it.
How about I was watching NBA tip-off, you know, like pre-game stuff.
That's a smooth transition you just did. Oh, go ahead.
But it leads to the Lizard Lick towing thing.
Okay.
That's what I'm going with this. With, you know, Kenny the Jet Smith, Tar Heel, and Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal and the boys.
Tar Heel just got beat up pretty bad the other day.
Anyway, how about Barkley was on there? I mean, Shaquille was on there giving out, you know, he's got this new jewelry line, right?
Shaquille
O'Neal's got a jewelry line. So he's giving out gifts to everybody on the set, you know, some jewelry from his jewelry line. How about Barkley had mentioned Lizard Lick Towing?
Did he really?
I was like, damn, no, he didn't. He did.
Lizard Lick is such a small, it's just literally a stoplight.
That's it.
With a towing thing at one corner and a pantry or one of those convenience stores type other stores on the other corner. That's all it is there.
That's it.
See, the people up north don't know what it's like down here in the South, where everybody lives on top of each other in big row houses, and down here you go miles and not run into a neighbor sometimes, depending on where you're at.
Yeah.
I just thought it was great, man.
Yeah, they were on Leno and like Jimmy Fallon or something here recently too.
Yeah,
rednecks are bigger than ever.
Dude, they're rednecks everywhere too. You ever seen Trailer Park Boys? One of the biggest redneck shows ever. Funny as hell. Set in Canada.
Huh.
In a trailer park. There's trailer parks everywhere.
You can see that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Bubbles is my boy.
Oh, my boy is Jim Tom. If you haven't watched Moonshiners, you need to watch Moonshiners. He's about this 80-year-old guy that can shake liquor and give it the proof by looking at the bubbles.
I'm a Duck Dynasty fan.
And he don't have a problem.
What is a duck? I mean, it don't sound like a problem. It sounds like a good problem. What is a duck dynasty?
The duck dynasty is the guys that invented the duck calls, the equipment for the duck calls.
What, they made a bunch of money off that?
Yeah, man, they're filthy rich, man. The show is great.
Just like rednecks who won the lotto, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean,
I'm still waiting for my win the lotto. I want to show y'all people how redneck I can be if I won the lotto.
I heard the guy, the older guy, was really smart, even though his appearance doesn't really portray someone that way.
Right. Yeah, no, he is. He's to me, he's my favorite. He's funny.
Like I'm one to talk, but
no, you got. If you've never checked Duck Dynasty out, you got to check it out.
Gotcha. Any other favorite shows going on? I like Elementary. Here's me.
I'm a big fan
I'm
of
a Sherlock Holmes buff. I like him.
I'm a big fan of 66 Park Avenue. Man. That's great.
That's just dumb.
I know.
Not even coming back.
I was pissed they took it off, and I heard it. Like it was a. Big
I thought it was a good show too.
Yeah, it was great. I love it.
But that's the thing. Those reality shows are so cheap to make that if a show like 666 has a good budget and it ain't drawing in 80 billion people a week, they'll cut it because they can get a cheaper show. Right. So that's where some of those reality shows, God bless them, they're making money and all that. But it's like really killing good produced TV shows, right. or it's killing high budget TV shows, which kind of sucks.
I was a big fan of it. So yeah, I mean, I was a big fan of the 66 Park Avenue show. I mean,
yeah, I liked it.
I was disappointed when I found out they cut it.
Any good movies lately? We'll wrap this up after this. I do want to go see Django Unchained.
I heard the what's it called again? Is it
The Hobbit?
Preaches or Reaches or something like that.
What?
Is it Tom Cruise?
Jack
Reacher. I heard that was really good. I haven't seen it.
I saw it.
It was awesome.
This little kid don't let me go to the movies too much.
So you don't?
No. He kind of lays along on what I do at night.
Right.
And it don't involve me going to the movies anymore.
He's going to do that for a little while.
I do want to go see Django Unchained. That's the one I want to see the most. You seen that?
I've not seen that yet.
Quentin Tarantino deal. Apparently they used the N-word.
Oh, I know. 146 times thing, maybe.
Is that really?
I think it's something.
I heard it was cool though. I saw a good interview with Samuel L. Jackson and Jamie Foxx, or I read it, and they were talking about how DiCaprio wasn't quite comfortable with it, and they went over there and said, listen, you gotta say it. We got shit to do, man. Say the fucking word, let's go. That's basically what they were getting at. Say, man, you can't not say it because everybody in this time period said it. It's the character. Just say it and let's get the fuck out of here. Which is pretty cool. And I think they helped him in his pronunciation. Let's take off the A and put the ER, right. Which takes it to another level. And puts it up there.
But since y'all got to say all the sports, I got to have at least one little plug for my division champions.
I have a feeling you like the Cincinnati Reds. I don't know why.
Plug. I was in Cincinnati last month meeting with Dusty Baker and Walt Jockey. We was kicking off Red Fest. 24,000 other Reds fans was there, and it was fantastic.
Y'all got that many fans?
That was just for the Reds Fest. We fill up that stadium. I was there last year 4 times, and 3 out of the 4 were sellouts.
Now, why are you a Cincinnati Reds fan? How did that start?
When I grew up, that's just the team that I liked. Yeah, I saw them, and I fell in love with Johnny Bench, Pete Rose. So that's always been my team. I've never changed. I've always been for the Reds. I'm not a fair weather fan.
Like this guy?
Really?
Not the point fan?
I pull for the same team. I've always pulled for since I was little. And it's just wonderful to see the Reds winning. 2 out of 3 last year we were division champions.
Y'all were.
And hoping that this season that I'll be able to go see a World Series game with them in it. That's my goal. I told Dusty what to do, so hopefully, from one coach, that's what I do now, the coach. I'm the coach. I don't wrestle, I'm just the coach now. I'm coaching, and I give Dusty
Man, I saw them skinny-ass legs in the ring the other night.
Man, you just don't know what it does to the ladies. Drives them crazy.
Dude, them legs, that's all you need.
That's why I got jeans on.
Don't do it.
If I'd have worn my shorts in here like I wear at CWF247.com, you might get a peek or 2 of them. But just don't let your women see it, because you might lose them.
Well, thank you for not wearing. I might not have been able to control myself.
My favorite player played in Cincinnati, man. I'm a Griffey Jr. fan, So, played Cincinnati, man. Hey, I was a St. Louis fan.
So if you want to talk about the Reds, at kingofheat.com. I mean, at King of Heat on Twitter.
At King of Heat.
You can talk about the Reds. I love talking about Reds. I'll talk about politics, although I hate everything in politics.
Everything.
And I'll talk about wrestling. So, you want to talk? Hit me up. I may respond. You never know.
Well, very cool. I got this weekend off, I believe. So,
well, you doing something Friday, though, right? Friday night?
I am doing that. Oh, yeah. Real quick, Friday, which is, what is today? Today is Wednesday? So Friday is the 11th. If you're in or what?
11th episode. My bad.
So Friday the 11th, if you're in or near Durham, North Carolina, at like 4 to 6 o'clock, Pizza Inn. I'll be there, and I say that like there's only one Pizza Inn. But follow me at ShaneHelms.com. I'm putting up information there. I'll be there. I'm giving out free autographs to anybody that buys a ticket for Chinlock for Chuck. So once again, all proceeds are going to Chuck to help him out. That's what I'm doing that for. And there's actually an independent show around the area on Saturday, which I might go at just to try to help push tickets for Chinlock for Chuck. I'm donating a lot of personal time. I really want to make this as big as we all can. So I do what I can. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Next show for CWF is when?
Is
the 19th?
Wrestle Jam.
But
102 Jams.
Which is January 19th. Go to CWF247.com. CWF247.com. Get all the information on Wrestle Jam, one of the best independent promotions, independent territories that I go to. I support them. You know, they've supported me my whole career, and I support them just as strongly. Some of the best young talent that you've never seen yet, but you should. Even Mikael Yamaha shows up from now and then. Like this show, every now and then he pops in.
That's right. Back again.
There you go.
There you go.
There's a stairway to heaven. There's a highway to Helms. We'll see you later.